Hey there, Mariners fans. This is Briere again, back with another episode of Hockey at Home. Today, we welcome on Danny and Cam Briere. How are you guys? How you doing, Danny? Where are you at right
Doing great. We're both in Philadelphia. Just at the house, get to work from home. Watch a lot of hockey these days, so that's kind of getting ready for the Flyers game tonight.
Awesome. How you doing, Cam?
I'm doing good, man. Just a couple floors up, just not too far from him.
Nice.
It's been pretty boring quarantine so far.
Awesome. All right, so we got some questions here for you guys, and we'll get right into it. We're going to start out with you, Cam. What's Danny's favorite meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I would have to say dinner. I think dinner is his favorite.
Is that true, Danny?
Yes, he's right. I don't mind skipping breakfast. I like my lunches, but my favorite is by far dinner time.
What's the go-to dinner? What's the special dinner you get on your birthday?
I love my steaks. Or my mom's shepherd's pie growing up was definitely, I would say, my favorite meal.
All right, awesome. My mom also makes a shepherd's pie. I got the same question for you about Cam. What's his favorite meal of the day?
That's a tough one. Cam doesn't eat a lot. He's got it's probably, I would say, his favorite meal are the snacks rather than the actual meals.
Yeah, that's probably right.
All right, what's the go-to snack then?
There's my favorite snack I would probably say is peanut butter filled pretzels. That's my go-to. I could probably eat like a ton of those without even moving.
That's not too bad of one. I thought you were going to say like some Doritos or something. I don't know. Mine's probably Cheez-Its. But the peanut butter filled pretzels are pretty good. All right, next question here for Cam. What is always on the TV when you walk in and Danny has a remote?
Hockey.
Anything, doesn't have to be a TV show.
Hockey. Always hockey.
I figured that one, but I thought maybe you would get, like a weird, maybe he's like a Real Housewives guy or something.
I would say it's either hockey or golf. No, I don't think he's watching anything else than hockey and golf.
Yeah, pretty much same as mine then.
Yeah, especially these days with NHL playoffs on in the middle of the summer. It's been hockey on almost 24/7, and then the odd time on the weekend we'll have a little bit of golf playing, but it's mostly hockey. Staying up on the news, what's going on, and trying to catch every single game to see what teams and how they're playing and what kind of system they're playing. That's just something that I love doing.
Anything besides the sports that you like to watch?
I watched a couple shows. I watched Ozarks.
Okay.
That went through pretty quick. And then this one show now that we're on that we love is Hannah. It's not a super popular show, but Hannah is a good one that I like. And Blacklist. Love Blacklist as well.
Couple recommendations there for the viewers. So same question back to you. You walk in, TV's on, Cam's what's on the TV?
On the TV, it would be a game of Fortnite, I would say, or some kind of game on Xbox.
I would say more Call of Duty than Fortnite now. When Fortnite came out, I think that was definitely the one I would watch. The new game now is Call of Duty for me.
Yeah, you're dropping into Verdansk now.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I do that. I'm the same way. That's probably, if hockey's not on, it's probably Call of Duty on the screen there.
Yep.
All right. So last question in this part for each of you. Cam, what is a hobby or activity that Danny does that people wouldn't expect?
Trying to think. I mean, I feel like half the time I see him, he's either just sitting watching TV or at a meeting or working out. It's one of the three, I feel like. Probably just watching TikToks is his thing.
Oh.
I see him on TikTok every once in a while. He's a big TikTok person. I know that.
Wow, that is unexpected. You got the TikToks going, Danny, all the time?
I didn't even think of that, but yeah, he's right. I love looking at the videos on TikTok. That's been a lot of fun. But here's another one this summer that I picked up. Cam's gonna go, oh yeah,
Oh
hear
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Doing my puzzles.
Oh,
So yeah, this summer I got some really tough puzzles, yeah, that's been fun trying to find all the pieces and put them together.
yeah, that was something in quarantine that I started to get into a little bit too. I got a new one that we still haven't started since, things have started to open back up, but I do like it. It's pretty fun. It's good. Keeps your mind off things.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Same question for you. What's a hobby or activity that Cam does that people wouldn't expect?
That's a tough one. I mean, his hobby is definitely video games. That's what I see him doing for the most part. So, he's working out, or video gaming. So I can't think of anything else.
Anything else, Cam, that might be a little different from one of those?
Not really. It's one of those three usually. Now school's starting up, so that'll be the new one that I'll be doing. I never really got into TikToks, or I got rid of all my social media, so that's really out the window now. So
that's probably a good call on your part.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on here to the next section. So I'll give you guys these questions, and then you can both kind of answer them. Whoever wants to take the lead, and then the other person can answer after. What is the first hockey memory you think of when you think of you guys this past? I think of long road trips and youth hockey with my dad. Listening to AC/DC and stuff like that. So what's something that comes to mind when you think about hockey together?
You can go first.
Well, I mean, the road trips are really awesome. And I got to experience that with all three boys going to the tournaments, even though I couldn't be there all the time. That was definitely a lot of fun. Just kind of reliving what I did with my parents, having the chance to do it with Cameron was really cool. One great memory of hockey that I have, and I still have a picture here and there, seeing it, is in 2010 when we were in the playoffs and we won the conference final. We got the trophy off the ice. Mike Richards grabbed it and sprinted to the locker room, the Flyers locker room. And I was on the ice. I stayed on the ice for a few minutes. I was doing a couple interviews with TSN and NBC. And then I remember maybe, 15 minutes later, skating off the ice and walking in the room and seeing, my three boys, Cameron, Carson, and Kalen, sitting around the trophy in my stall inside our dressing room and taking pictures. So that's kind of a flashback that I have. That was one of the coolest thing, as a dad that I, could imagine seeing when I walked into that room.
For me, I would say my biggest memory, I would say, was when we were younger. We had a hockey camp up in Canada that we would go to every summer. It was run by our cousins, so I thought that was always a fun place to go. It was kind of what I looked forward to when we would go up to Canada. You kind of got to meet all the old friends. That's kind of like my first memory with hockey. And then the same with him when they won the Eastern final. I think that was a big time where we all just, I remember running down the steps of the stadium, just all we were all super excited for him. And I think it was a big day for all of Philly, but I think for us as a family too.
That's awesome. That's a great memory. Where was the camp up in Canada?
In Quebec, I believe.
Okay.
In Gatineau, just outside of Ottawa on the Quebec side, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, next question. I think Danny might have more to say on this one than you, Cam. I'm not sure how many places you've lived before, but one thing that sticks out to you that you miss about a place you lived in, Danny, if you have more than one, because I know you've bounced around to a few different cities, feel free to let us hear it.
Cam, go ahead.
Um, I was there when I remember Buffalo. That was kind of the first place that I remember, and then from there we lived in Philly when he ended up going to Montreal and Colorado. We stayed here in Philly, but we did visit Colorado and Montreal. We've been to Montreal before because all of our families up in Canada, so we visited. Um, we did when the lockout happened. I remember going to Germany. That was a fun one. I don't know if I was there for I was there when we went to Switzerland, but I was a little too young to remember that.
Is there
So
anything from any of those places that you got to experience that you wish you could do again or want to get back to doing at some point, like in Germany or wherever?
Germany, I think, was just a big experience. It was my first time out of North America, really. It was a cool experience, kind of seeing how the difference between here and over there. If there was one thing, Buffalo, I think, was something that I wish I could go back because it was where we made our first friends. But at the same time, I made plenty of friends here, so it's kind of hard to just say like, oh, I wish I was back in Buffalo just there. But I think everywhere we went, I've kind of learned something new that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, Buffalo is a good place. I went there. We were going on a trip to Niagara Falls, but they were playing the World Juniors in Buffalo, so we stopped in one night and watched a game there. And that's definitely a place I'd like to get back and actually spend,
Hmm.
days there experiencing the city because we really just got some wings and then went to the game and then headed up across the border. But it was a good time there. So, all right, Danny, what about you? What's thing you missed
well,
in the places you lived?
Well, Phoenix, to start in Phoenix, just the lifestyle. It's, sunny and nice every single day, especially in the wintertime. So you have the chance to play golf, and I love golf. You can play golf every day. Buffalo, I miss the passion of the fans there. It's great hockey city, great sports town. It gets a bad rap for the weather, but I grew up in Canada, so the snow didn't scare me. So I miss that side of it in Buffalo. Cam was right as well. That the two experiences in Europe were amazing. Having a chance to live as a family in Switzerland, and I know Cam said he doesn't remember much of it, but we lived in Bern, Switzerland, in a little condo right downtown, where it was a 2-bedroom. The 3 boys slept together in one room. And it was pretty cool because you spend every day with the family. There's not a lot of travel in that league compared to the NHL. And the cities are closer. There's no flights. It's all on the bus. So you're home every night. So I got to spend a lot of time with the family there. So that was really cool. Germany was just as much fun, living right downtown in Berlin, enjoying and seeing the historical parts of Berlin with the wall being up. I lived right there where everything was happening at Checkpoint Charlie. So that was really cool learning about all that. Late in my career, I got to play Montreal and Colorado. Montreal was amazing, living downtown. Going back to my roots, meeting a lot of my friends growing up that I hadn't the chance to spend a lot of time with since my career started. Was pretty amazing. Having my parents, my sister and her family coming up to almost every game that I played in Montreal was a really cool experience to go through.
Awesome. Yeah. I went to Montreal not too long ago. It is a good city. I like it there a lot. And I think Europe is definitely on the bucket list, and especially Germany. Yeah, there's a lot of history there. So that would be awesome to experience as well. All right. Last question here for the both of you. Guys have any good prank stories you can tell on the show? I've been asking all the guys this. Obviously, Ryan Culkin wears the crown for best prank story so far. So I don't know, Cam, growing up or any you saw this year, and then Danny, you've probably seen 1 or 2 in your day.
I mean, me, I haven't really done it especially in the locker room, like even with my friends, like, yeah, you put like the clear tape on the bottom of the skates every once in a while, little things. I wasn't really much of a prankster, especially not, I would never do it to my dad. I think I knew my limit. But
Awesome.
I don't think there was anything super big that I would say was a good prank, really. So
You got any stories from your playing days, Danny?
Yeah, there's a lot, and unfortunately, there's a lot that I can't expand too much on. I know one year I was a rookie. My roommate was Trevor Letowski, who was also a rookie. We went out to dinner, and when we came back, everything in our hotel room had disappeared. We had, no, not even lights on could be turned on. Everything was gone. Our luggages were gone. The beds were gone. Everything that was in the room was gone. So we had to call the front office to get a new room until they figure out where everything was. We got our luggage back the next day at the rink. So that was kind of nice of the guys. I remember when I was with the Flyers one night, Marty went out to dinner. Instead of going with the team, he had a friend that he knew, and he went with his friend. So the guys, when he came back, they had made his bed outside his room. So they basically just moved his bed and his mattress and his night table just outside his room in the hallway, so everybody could walk by and see him sleep there. And one good prank that was done is Todd Simpson put a purple dye in everybody's gloves before practice, and when you sweat, it would mark your hands completely. But also when you sweat, it flies everywhere in the air, and it ruined the jerseys, the socks for the players. So there was a huge cost associated with that. That the trainers were not happy to have to cover. But the funniest part is everybody thought it was Shane Doan, because he put the dye, Todd Simpson put the dye even in his gloves, and he only left Shane Doan's glove untouched. So everybody thought it was Shane Doan at first that pulled the prank. And he couldn't understand why his gloves or why his hands were not purple. So that lasted probably a couple of weeks before we figured out who the culprit really was. But I remember a lot of guys being mad at Shane Doan for the first couple of days. So I thought that was a pretty clever prank to pull.
Yeah, that's the perfect prank there. Not only do you get everybody, but you also
set up someone else.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm sure he had to tip out the equipment guy a lot of money at the end of that. So.
Yeah, it turned worse. He didn't expect the jerseys, the socks, and the pants. Basically the exterior of equipment of every single player were ruined. He didn't count on that, so he ended up, I think, reimbursing the trainers for the cost of all that.
Wow, that's a good couple stories. Appreciate that, Danny. All right, so wrapping up here, last question for you guys. I've been asking everyone this as well. What's your favorite outdoor activity? It's been beautiful here in Maine. I'm sure it's been similar weather in the Philly area. So what have you guys been doing this summer to keep busy?
I mean, it's been in Philly. It's a little harder to just kind of go outside and play basketball or football or stuff like that. So I mean, I'll go to a friend's house and I'll play basketball there. Kind of hang out with my friends. That's kind of the best that I've been doing recently.
All right.
And for me, I mean, it's an easy one. One of my passion is golf. So I've been outside playing a lot of golf this summer. So it's been fun. I mean, we don't like the pandemic, but one thing that is mostly safe is golf. So I've taken advantage of that.
What are you shooting?
Well, I got to work on my game a little extra hard this summer, so I would say I'm probably on average mid 70s is usually around there my score.
Yeah, we have. You might have to take some lessons from Mo soon. He's apparently a prodigy. Beginning of summer, he was shooting like 100, and now he's down to like 75 or something. So
wow, that's impressive.
I don't know who's keeping score for him, but we'll have to see if that keeps up.
Yeah, you might be skipping a few holes.
Yeah. Thanks again to you guys for coming on. I really appreciate this, and hopefully everybody enjoys it.
Thanks, Briere. It was fun.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for having us.
All right. See you guys soon. Bye.
Yeah.